West of the region of Orville lies the Kingdom of Grenlana, a temperate and green country rich with rolling hills and cultivated land. At the centre of Grenlana is the capital city of Legio, where the king takes his audience and dispenses law and order in a troubled world. It is a centre for fresh aristocracy, new age philosophy, merchants, and industrially minded folk. Grenlana is a relatively new kingdom, once a duchy of the Empire of Rowena to the east before it fought for independence, which it still battled to maintain, whilst to the west, pioneers and explorers braved the wilds beyond the Chain River to find new land and prospects. But whilst the other countries are old, decadent and cynical, Grenlana and moreover Legio vie for the bounty that freedom brings. Davik sat himself up against the wall of the bare stone hovel, trying to recover from a night's restless sleep. It was a draughty cell, with just a pitcher of water, a single stone bed, and a chamber pot.
Davik!
A voice screamed in his mind. He fought the urge to curl himself into a ball, and instead stood up, pacing the small confines. The window was always open, though barred, the warped things so stuck and misshapen there was little chance of escape. Davik! His head snapped up to the iron-wrought gate where the familiar voice called him, and he sat down. Are you ever going to tell me why you turned yourself in?
I've told you 1,000 times, Sir Justin. All it was a little case of a light guilty conscience.
So this is going to be a contested roll between Davik and Sir Justin. Davik is going to roll a charisma deception check. He doesn't want Justin to know why he put himself in the prison. Davik rolls an 18, and with his deception check, that makes it a 22. Justin, who wants to try and figure out Davik, is going to make his insight check. Justin rolls a 4, which, because he has no bonus, that stays as a 4. This means that Davik has won this contested roll. Sir Justin regards Davik for a moment, before slipping the tray of food beneath the door. It's been months and you're still going with that story? Ugh, just as well. Enjoy your meal, prisoner. I had hoped there was something more to it. He slumped against the cold stone wall. The disdain of Sir Justin Tyler didn't matter. He was in here for the right reasons, and that was that. The food on the floor looked a little grandiose today. Stale bread and a small amount of mutton, with some kind of nut sauce it seemed. Perhaps Sir Justin meant to use it as a bargaining chip. The guardsmen seemed to believe all prisoners had some good in them. But he was naive, and it would be his ruin one day. It was light outside, he could tell, perhaps evening. High up in the sky, he could just see a raven skimming the roofs of some slate-roofed building before dipping out of sight. At last, Davik relented and picked up his tray of food. It tasted good for once.
Well, hello there. You look like the man I'm searching for.
Davik is going to roll a wisdom insight check. This is his initial reaction to the new person, so he's trying to glean what he can from appearance and the way he's presenting himself. The difficulty or DC for this roll, I'm going to put it at about 15, and he rolls a 2, which his bonus turns into a 6. This is going to be a failure. Davik looked up in shock. He hadn't heard this figure approach. It sounded like a man, and dressed in a dark robe that hid most of his face, except the salt and pepper stubble. Beyond his appearance, the man otherwise seemed like a mystery, and many questions came to his mind, but he bit them all back.
Tell me, if you could be free for the day, what would you do with it? Well, if you were looking for me, you'd know I chose to be here. Are you with the Red Blades? Some other gang? Ha! No, I ain't with any small gang. Well now, I imagine you'd have a bit of a score to settle, wouldn't you? If, of course, you knew who to settle it with. Tell me what you know, and make it quick. Whoa, easy there. Only one of us is in a position to make any demand to you. I'm offering you a chance. I can let you go free. I'll even give you a name. Just make sure you exact the revenge I know you want.
Davik is going to roll Wisdom Insight check again. He's going to try and determine how sincere this person is being. The DC for this is going to be a 20 due to Davik's inability to assess him previously, but also because this is a person who definitely knows how to hide his intentions. He rolls a 16, which his bonus brings to a 20. This is a success.
Davik, run!
For a long moment, neither of them spoke. This all seemed so out of the blue. Who was this man? Davik knew he wouldn't answer that. The man seemed to have some ulterior motive. You could tell the man wasn't lying, he was far too confident in what he was saying. Yet he seemed to know exactly what words would push Davik in the right direction. He also knew he might never get this chance again.
I don't know if you've noticed, but I happen to be locked up behind solid iron. Even if I were to do what you want, I can't. That won't be a problem. I can get you out of there. I can even make sure nobody misses you. Then fine, I'll do as you ask. Just tell me the name, please. Good boy. I believe the two of you are familiar actually. His name is Emmerich Porting. Now, are you ready?
Davik reeled at the name. Emmerich had been a fellow worker during his time at the docks. The man had spent many moons toiling as a labourer, whilst Davik had risen to a higher station in a short time. Was jealousy all it took for a man to try and ruin the life of another?
Yes, do it. Good. When you're ready, come back here. Make sure you don't come until you're ready though. The last thing we want is the guards being suspicious now. Understood?
He nodded. There was a noise of shifting silks, and the room seemed to become suddenly darker. Strange words reverberated in Davik's skull, setting his teeth on edge. After a few moments of this, he felt a sickening lurch in his stomach, and suddenly he landed hard on the stone floor, a door in front of him, long corridors stretching to either side. Weak-limbed, he scraped to his feet and looked about him, but it seemed nobody had noticed.
So what was your plan for when I'm out? That one's on you. I suggest staying out of sight, personally.
The voice came now from inside the cell. He peered through the bars to see the robed figure sitting down on the bed.
You're slyer than an imp. Fine, I'll make my own way. Don't betray me, lad. I'll know if you do.